Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning. Hey, what's up? I almost lost track of time. This morning, getting into the studio here. It is Wednesday, February 18th. We're at 4:58 a.m. I would try and make it 5 o'clock, bring you guys a video right about 5 o'clock, and it is 4:59. So we did it, guys. I wanted to sleep a little bit. Pardon me. I think we all do it. Sometimes we all need that extra you know, extra, you know, few minutes, couple minutes of, sleep out there. And whether, you did, long nights at work, long nights, in the shop, what have you. With the, car show, truck show season, coming up right on our heels, a lot of us are out there, in our garages, man caves, pardon me, the nose is still stuffed up, man. I haven't been sick for a few months, probably 3 months back, 4 months back. But the nose, kind of stays with you. And what is it, guys? Like every time, you're sick, you think you're over it when you get better. And then, it kind of just keeps on, hanging on. And, that is when it's gone, when it's over, it should be gone, So, anyways, hey, what's up, guys? What's up, gals? We just turned 80,000 over in the group, our Facebook group. Wow, that is so awesome, and you're watching our new. Pardon me, our new morning show right here on YouTube is called dang it, I had it right on the morning wake up call, the morning wake up call right here on our channel C10 America magazine. That is awesome. And we'll get better at this, the more we go. We'll talk about different, things, different, exciting, things and all that. And I have, the studio phone ready to go. So, if you guys out there want to, call in, maybe, some morning, we try and always go live, about at least 5 o'clock every morning. So what we're trying to do here on YouTube is I think we have, the science of, the Facebook group after hitting, dang the cord, pardon me, the nose, after hitting, that wild number, 80,000 over in, the group. By the way, guys, gals, if you're not a member of, our group over on, Facebook, you can find it. All you need to do is go to facebook.com. That's www.facebook.com. And my name is Rich Arthur. You look for that, or you look for, C10 America. I go by Texas Rich in, the magazine. Everybody knows me out here as, Texas Rich at, the shows and, all that. But my my real name, my birth name, I was given my granddad's middle name, Arthur, and then the first name is after my dad, which my dad is my hero. I love my dad. My dad's my dad. And so he gave me his first name, and then he gave me grandpa's name. It's I just cut that down a little. I said Rich Arthur, and I just go by that over on Facebook and all that. So, anyways, yeah, I was over at the dog park yesterday, taking out my dog to go run and play in the dog park. And Dad called me. I couldn't get the phone right then, but I called him back, and I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, Dad?" And he said that yesterday we hit 80,000 in the group, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, that is just awesome. That's amazing." And I remember over the weekend, probably it was Sunday, we hit, excuse me, we hit 79.9 thousand in the group. And I thought that was big numbers. That was awesome and stuff. And if you guys think about it, our group, our brand has been going for 3 years. And I think what led up to getting the big numbers, the high numbers, is I'm a firm believer in if you believe in something, whatever it might be, if you believe in it, you have the drive to make it happen, to make it become a reality, make it become part of everyday life, then you go for it, and you don't stop until you get it going. And I guess that's what I did personally, starting C10 America, because if I probably told you guys millions and millions of times already that we took and we started the group December 9th, 2022. December 9th, 2022. And I can remember as the mornings are cold and dewy out there, that my wife now, my girlfriend, at the time, we're sitting on the back patio of over at Dad's house, like what, maybe 5 minutes away, over at Dad's house. We're sitting on the back patio, and she had the idea, and Dad had the idea. Well, hey, you know what? Why don't you start your own group? And I had the idea too, but with my wife's support, my dad's support, then I'm like, well, all right, and don't sound like a bad idea. I could do that, and I'm thinking, a couple of friends and that I did have, already, out here. We thought maybe just make a place for us to post, pics and excuse me, maybe videos that we did, and stuff like that. And so, I'm thinking, well, what what could I name it, right? So I'm thinking, well, okay, I love, you know, America, duh, of course. And, I love, C10 trucks. And thought, well, maybe we can go ahead and kind of incorporate, that together, And so, I molded around for a bit. And I'm you know what? Okay, C10 America. How cool is, that? That's and awesome. And I think I knew I had something, right there. We I kind of knew I was starting to, go that way thinking. We went to our first show up there in Oklahoma, and we're still busted. But you remember, I wanted to stay all Texas with busted. But with the C10 America, we're nationwide, baby. We're all over, and you know really to think about it, go back in time. I think that's what really hurt busted is that we wanted to kind of stay true to our roots where we were, but you know in the end game, if you think about it, I think that's what did busted in because only so many people were interested, and it didn't seem like that many hot rod people were into it, and so right before 2024 ended, I took on the executive decision, excuse me, and I decided to fold up busted, but I did not vote it up and just stop doing it. What I did was I took and we went to the first show in Oklahoma, and normally I don't do that with with busted, but anyways, I thought, well, you know what? I want to try the waters of, C10 America. And so it was our first ever event show that I went out promoting this and busted together. And pardon me, I wanted to introduce C10 America to, my busted, following, and kind of, if you will, kind of test waters of, C10 America. So we go up there to Oklahoma's truck show at a Chevy dealership up there. So we're up there, and with my booth up there, I don't have any signs up there whatsoever. Just my booth, and all that I'm walking around taking pics and all that, and we sold out of all the red ball caps. They were gone. All the red ball caps were gone, and I remember we did our first run on ball caps. Mainly, I got red because I love red. I wear red, all that. Other people out there like red, and then I got some beige. I got some navy and a couple hot pink, for, the ladies, out there. And it was awesome. It was awesome. We took and we sold out of red ball caps. We still had we had no T-shirts, only these ball caps, and all the other busted stuff, the magazine, yada yada yada, all that. But remember, we went up there to the whole reason to promote, C10 America and kind of get a feel for it, get people out there interested in, C10 America. And, that was, the first, you know, idea there that I thought, hey, maybe, I do have something here with, C10 America. And so we might have sold one or two other colors, but mainly for, the most part, it was red ball caps that sold out. And I'm okay, that's, a good start, and all that. We came home and factored in, all the orders we got and, all that stuff. And then we took and we reordered, ball caps. But this time I got more red ball caps than other ball caps. We got some T-shirts, and me and the wife make the T-shirts over at Dad's house. They're heat press, and we do that over at Dad's house. And then our other T-shirts are over at we have an account over at Fourth Wall. That's fourthwall.com. And I told everybody on Facebook that our brand new AI T-shirts will be available over on Fourth Wall. And we understand there's good AI, there's bad AI out there, and some people are using AI for bad, and some people are using AI for good. We're, the ones using AI for good. Well, anyways, I need to tell you, I told everybody over in, the group and all that, probably last night. I'll tell you guys, I had somebody, I can talk about him now because I kicked him out of my group, right? And anyways, he comes to my group wanting to post in my group in front of everybody, and he wants to be part of the group, the community, and all that. And he comes to somebody that owns the group, and then he poses to the owner of the group. That ain't gonna set well with him or with anybody. They're gonna be gone from the group. That just like when you're bad talking your boss, or you're saying bad things about where you work in front of your boss, how long do you think your boss is gonna let you stay there employed? Probably till the end of the day, maybe, or depending on how upset, how mad he is, whatever you said or whatever you did, he might just say, okay, you know what, Johnny, pick up your stuff right now, the end of your shift, go get, your bag, get your personal belongings, it's time to go bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you, And so anyways, last week, not to get off point there for a minute, but, last week I had, a guy in the group, as a matter of fact, no joke, this guy came into, our group, and, I put up two different AI T-shirts, Now, the AI t-shirts, I think of AI, like this. For me, for a graphic designer, I'm talking from a graphic designer right now. I had the graphic designer hat on right now. Okay, excuse me. Much like all us graphic designers out there, we have tools in our shed. We have like Photoshop, we have Illustrator, we have either PageMaker or InDesign. We might have Canva. We might have all these are tools to us graphic designers. Yeah, did we go to school for that? Yes, some did. Some didn't have to go to school because we were already good at what we were. Me personally, yes, I went to school to be a graphic designer, but did I have the passion before I went? Yes, I did have the passion before I went because where I worked at, they did graphics and all that. So maybe that's where what sparked my interest, my creative flowiness, all that. Anyways, this guy jumps in there, and I'm trying to get feedback from all you guys, in the group about these shirts, and they're plainly AI generated shirts, right? And I I tell the AI, sometimes if it's a shirt too intricate, that too detailed, that I can't get into, designing, or I can't design. There's some things I can do that AI can. Some things AI can do that I can't, and it's only a tool, for us. So I'm trying to get feedback from everybody in the group. What shirt they like better, right? And everybody's all positive, and they're all, hey, I like this one, I like that one. No, I like this one because of this, all that, right? So this guy puts a post up, and he calls me out on the post, and he calls me out. These are AI generated, T-shirt logos, and I should stop using AI design to design all my T-shirt logos. Well, I got news for you. I don't use AI to design all my T-shirt logos. That right there is a fat lie. That's a lie. There's some stuff I won't use AI for. I just want to design myself. But there's some other stuff that, you know, I say over and over again, and you probably heard me say this. I'm a one man band. You know, I run, a podcast, a worldwide podcast. I run a 80,000 member Facebook group. I run, this YouTube channel. I run an awesome magazine that comes out every 2 months that is digital. We have this new show here. I get up at 4 o'clock every morning, Monday through Friday. Okay? On the weekends, I don't. That's my time to sleep in. But I get up Monday through Friday at 4 o'clock in the morning. And now I make sure I am in the studio, pardon me, in the studio by 5 o'clock, because you know what? I say if you're in the studio by 5 o'clock, you're late. Okay, you're late. If you show up to a job interview right on time. You're supposed to be there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you show up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right when you're supposed to. Excuse me, I wouldn't hire you. They should fire you right there. My thought, okay? You say why? I'll tell you why. Because if you really, really want that job, you really, really want to have, that employer look at you and say, hey, this guy's a great guy. He comes early. He really wants a job. He's very passionate. He's very driven. He's very determined. You know what? Those are, and they're thinking, I'm thinking from a boss standpoint, they're going to think, well, okay, you're driven. You have, the passion. You have the want. You have the need. You have the desire. And you're going to bring all that over to, our company if we hire you. Now, if I was out there, hiring somebody for, C10 America or, graphics or, the podcast or whatever, our main company is, the RPE Group LLC. That's, the whole umbrella. So everything else we started, and, the RPE Group owns everything. So that is just a wide, tent. So anyways, back to, the gentleman, that came in there and wanted to call me out in my own group. Anyways, he, came in, put a post up like he didn't, like he thought that other people did not know that was AI. You can look at it and you can tell it's an AI based design. Now, did I give AI, the idea? Did I tell AI what to design, what to create? Or did I just tell AI, hey, make me an awesome C10 t-shirt, go right ahead, go ahead. And then it made that. No, I did not say that. What I always say to my software of, AI, I use it as a tool. Sometimes I'll write down on paper if I have like a new idea for like a t-shirt that I've been thinking about that I don't have, what I use AI for right now is my assistant in helping me design my thoughts, my ideas. Sometimes I don't have the time to sit down and design really what I want. If I'm doing the magazine, I'm doing metal print. Those back there, those just came in yesterday. Those are small 11 by 14 metal prints. And dude, guys, we are getting so inundated. We're getting, so crowded with, orders of, getting, these metal prints in and orders and all that just flying in that I would tell you, and I would tell everybody, if you're thinking about getting a metal print or, if you yourself was in like a early issue of, C10 America, I'm going to start doing this for a busted also. But if you're thinking about getting a metal print, dude, guys, a little piece of advice for you, I would get in right now. Because, you know why? I'll tell you two reasons. Number one, guys, we just hit 80,000 over in the group. Do you know what that means? I know there's some people here on YouTube with, thinking, oh, you're only 80,000, I'm 100,000. Well, you know what? That's great for you guys being 100,000. I hope to be 100,000. My next goal is I want to hit 100,000 members, and I think we can do it. We can do it. I think we can do it because look, if you think about it, we took a group that was at zero, and we grew it to 80,000 members in 3 years. That is freaking awesome. We grew our group to over 80,000 in 3 years. That's awesome. But what I'm saying is, excuse me, my dad would always say, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. Well, yeah, that's true. Sometimes, pardon me, but oftentimes he would also say the squeaky wheel sometimes gets replaced, and that's what I mean for the guy that came in last week, where he started talking about the guy that owns and runs the group, and that's not gonna set well for anything you do in life. If you're saying something, I know it's your opinion to say that, but to come right in the middle of your group where you're trying to get feedback for, he did it for a reason. He did it because he knew people would see him. He did it so I would see it. And let me tell him, a lot of you hitters out there that probably won't ever be members, and you guys kind of don't follow rules that we as group owners set up, and all that, and you try and go around the rules and upload other stuff that should not be in the group. Let me tell everybody, my main job is this: the YouTube, the Facebook, that podcast right back there, the magazine, the metal prints, this brand new morning talk show, and the new talk show coming to YouTube called Tailgate Thoughts. We haven't decided a date for that yet. We don't have place picked out yet. A shop will probably start in the DFW Metroplex, and then we might further go out east or west, depending on at the time what we're thinking about. But you don't come into a group and say something that I know some people think well, it was his opinion to say that. Well, yes and no. It was really his opinion, but he knew if he said it, he would get attention, and the attention what lasted maybe 15 minutes, and then he got thrown out of the group. Well, that things happen. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, and for that, it is what it is, and at no time was I trying to bury the fact or mislead people that and lie to people. I don't do that in my group. I definitely try not to do that. If you find me doing that, call me out on that, because I don't like when it's done to me. So I try not to do that to anybody. I think we are the most transparent group over in Facebook, and here on YouTube, our channel, we're going to be the most transparent and, uplifting group there is. So, if you want to know something, we're going to tell you, what we think, what we feel, if maybe sometimes that hurts your feelings, well, it's, the truth. We're going to, say it. Anyways, guys, I want to get into real quick. I took on another little job here. I know you guys are probably thinking, dude, you're already a one-man band. You're already doing this. You know what? Well, I had, something else I wanted to try and do before this one thing, it jumped into, my lap and all that. And I'm thinking, well, my buddy Roller in Colorado, he writes, some awesome, songs. Hey, why don't I play you one of his awesome, songs right now? And then we'll come back and I'll talk a little more about what I just got my hands into. So anyways, this one is called All the Girls Think My C10 is Sexy. Check it out. If you want a copy of it, we have an album. We have 3 albums. I think one right now is over on the website. I need to put the other album over there. The 3rd album is free, so you get 26, awesome songs for only $10. So you go over there, you get 10 songs for $5. You go over there again, you buy the 2nd album, you get 10 songs for $5, $10. Then you go back a 3rd time. We tell you to go back. We give you a private link, and only people with the private link, and you can only click on that link one time. Takes you over to the site, and you can totally download 6 songs for free. So you pay $10, but you get 26 awesome songs. This one will be on that, so check it out. It's All the Girls Think My C10 is Sexy.
Got her washed up Friday, sun going down, chrome on the bumper, tires turn loud, blue neon glow under an old bench seat, radio crackling out of hometown beat. I roll past the diner, hear my name, small town eyes know that sound C10 is sexy. Saturday rolls in, same old town, but it feels brand new when I roll around. Parking lot stories, tailgate laughs, cup holders full, time moving fast. They lean in close just to hear her idol say, boy, that truck should come with a title. Bench seat smiles, hands on chrome. Every mile feels a little like home. Engine talking, speakers loud. This old truck draws a crowd. All the girls think my C10 is sexy, hanging out the windows yelling, hey, come get me. Laughing too loud, hair in the breeze, turning every head when I ease through the streets. It ain't just me, it's the way she rolls. That old square body got a hold on their soul. Saturday night and the moon shines ready. Yeah, all the girls think my C10 is sexy. She ain't fast, she ain't new, but she knows how to steal a view. Little rust, little shine, whole lot of trouble on a county line. All the girls think my C10 is sexy. Camera phones out, swear they wanna text me. Heartbeat thumping with a kick drum beat. When I roll slow down Main Street, engine cooling as the sun comes up. One last song, one last cut. If loving a truck is something risky, I'll take that ride, 'cause all the girls think my C10 is sexy.
That was all the girls think my C10 is sexy. Anyways, if you liked, that song, that is, on the album, and the album, it's only $10 for 26, awesome, songs. So you pay $5, you get 10 songs. $5, 10 more songs. Then you get that free, album right there. And you can only get, this album over at, the website www.c10americamagazine.com. That's www.c10americamagazine.com. Go over there, get, signed up to, our awesome magazine for $10. But you know what? If you're a member of, the group, you're one of the brand new 80,000, man. I can't think. It's awesome. 80,000. If you're one of, the new members, don't even go to the website. Do me a favor, guys. Drop me an email right down below, or better yet, you don't want, other people, everybody, anybody to have your email. Just put right down below member 5. Member 5. And we'll know that you're a member of, the group. We'll contact you. We can send you a, invoice through, PayPal for, $5. We'll get you signed up for, $5 if you're a, member. If you're not a member, if you love, all these awesome, songs and whatnot, head over there, get, the album, get signed up. You guys pay $10 over there. And I know you're probably thinking, well, why do you keep on, telling people, go to your website, get signed up, be a member, that. Well, tell you what, why do I keep telling you guys to become a member is because I want to save you guys some cash, save you some money. Excuse me. If you want to support us with, getting a hat, getting a shirt, pardon me, getting a year subscription, a magazine, a download magazine copy, whatever, then head over to, the website and you can get those things. But if you're a member, you save, some cash. You save some coin. And just like over on Fourth Wall, t-shirts and hats are, a regular certain price. But for members, we give, the members a discount code. Is when they go over whatever they put in their cart, they put, this code in. And so our members aren't going to pay, full price. We're going to have a coupon code over there. So, they're looking at, getting a hat, getting a shirt, getting a sticker pack over at, the website, all that stuff. So it is, what it is. Anyways, guys, we're at 5:47. I couldn't believe I just sit here, boom, and, talk to you guys like this. But you know what? Sometimes people tell me, hey, shut up, you talk too much, and, all that stuff. So I know, if you kind of clicked on the video for a minute and then clicked off the video and you thought it was too, boring, hey, I'm sorry for that. But you know what? My buddy here on YouTube, a good old Pat Flan, Pat is, the one that got me into doing that podcast, back there. He pretty much said, don't worry about who's watching you. Don't worry about the viewership you got. Don't worry. If you don't have anybody watching you, don't worry about getting advertisers. Don't worry about getting sponsors. You need to just get in there and do it. Just get in there and do it. And, he's right. He told me to get up off my butt. He didn't really say that, but that's how I took it. Get up off my butt, and go, do this. I mean, like, for example, there might be, some guys out there that, I'm talking right to you guys that you might have that project truck, that awesome, square body sitting in the garage. And maybe over the past year, it became a catch-all. And so, meaning the bed is all filled up with stuff. You got stuff piled on the hood, even on the top of the truck. And, the wife has been on you for ages. And you see this and she sees this every time you guys walk out in the morning, open the garage, walk out, the garage door to the car in the driveway to the daily driver. You kiss the wife, bye, and then you get in, the work truck or, the car or whatever, and boom, away to work you go. That truck, you bought that truck for a reason, or you inherited, that truck for a reason. You had, the passion. You loved, that truck. You said, one day I'm going to fix it up. Let today be one day. Let today be one day. You know what? That sounds awesome for a t-shirt. Let today be one day. I know a lot of people out there say, one day I'm going to fix it up. One day I'm going to do this. You know what? Let one day be today. Let's see. Let one day be today. Now, that idea, see, sometimes when, I'm doing a video or doing a live, I'll be talking, right? And I get, ideas for maybe, stickers or, t-shirts and all that. And I know and I understand that, my day is pretty much by right before I get up in the morning. I kind of plan my day, if you will, kind of the night before, so I'll think about what I need to do, the next day. And I think that right there is the sign of somebody that really wants to make it, in the world. I don't wake up, that day thinking, oh, hey, I need to do this, I need to do that, I plan my day the next day, the night before. And normally I plan it up here in my head. Sometimes, I forget, but I should write all that stuff down and see this idea that I wrote down for the t-shirt. What I mean is when I use AI as a tool, for me, coming from a graphics background, AI is an awesome tool that we have, and we should use it. Use it for good because, it can do stuff. It can design something within minutes, guys, right there, where, it takes us maybe a little, while. And if you don't have, that much, time, if you only have like maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that, and then you got to go get into something else, AI is an awesome tool. So this idea that I wrote down on the paper, I just write it down right there. Then as busy as I am today, I'll probably sometime during the day, I'll pull up my AI software. I have some ideas for, this saying for a t-shirt. And I'll write down, I'll draw a circle. Like, this is normally how I do my t-shirts. Okay. with, AI. I'll show you how I use AI as a tool. Let's see. Let's see. Now I'm only showing you, a couple of these. You get the idea. The main idea for like what I said, what I thought of is, let one day be today. I want to make a T-shirt out of that with, my AI software, and if I'm busy, I can use AI as a, awesome tool. So I'll put let one day be today. I'll do it old school. I'll circle it. Then I'll draw these lines out from it. Like here, I put shop truck. And then over here, I want a garage in there. And, on these lines, I'll write everything I want in that logo. And then I will take and circle those and then put little lines out from those, and then I will give it a little more detail, write down a little more detail, like circle, shop truck, and then, put a line out and say, shop truck on a street, parked by a chain link fence. And then maybe for a garage, a circle garage, say, an awesome work garage with a big driveway in the front and a big flagpole out front, kind of like the ones you see at a fire station, out front, something along the line. So you almost always want to tell, when you're telling AI, you want to give it your idea, but then as well as, give it your idea, you want to give it some things it can get ideas from. Now, you say a garage, it's only going to do a garage. But if you say garage with maybe a big wraparound driveway out front with the flagpole in the middle, kind of looking like it's blown in the wind, maybe, a shop sign, C10 America build shop, kind of faded, kind of angled, falling down, like it's hanging on its last limb right there on the building, faded, rustic, kind of old building, maybe an old chain link fence that it looks like somebody cut it and they tried to, pull it apart and get into it. So the more details you give, your AI, software, the better that design is gonna be. It just like pretty much, like an artist, the more details, you give your artist, the better, that design is, gonna be. So, anyways, guys, we're at 5:58. We're 2 until 6. Then I need to get ready because, I go walk the wife out at 6:45. Every morning. I know you guys, you're probably saying, dude, how do you do it? Every morning you get up at 4 o'clock. You know what? I have, my medicine I need to take, of course, but other than that, I haven't had my coffee yet. I haven't had Dr. Pepper yet. I haven't had any caffeine, anything to help me get up other than, my little alarm on my phone. And, you know, how I do it, how I get up is passion, drive, determination, because I want to make a better future for, my family, my wife, myself, my little furry son, that is still in bed sleeping right now. And I am making the dog biscuits. So, anyways, my wife would always say, who's gonna make the donuts? Because it's so early that we get up, and if she don't have to work, man, she ain't getting up out of bed until like 8:30, in the morning, where I'm already up. Usually have my Dr. Pepper. I don't drink coffee. Sorry, I drink DP. Caffeine gets me going, and all that good stuff. Anyways, guys, we're at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna get out of here and leave you guys with our theme song, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care.
I started with a frame, just a pile of steel, rust on my hands, but a vision that's real. Long nights in the shop, sparks lighting the air. Every bolt I tighten says I'm halfway there, knowing that my vision is starting to appear, in hopes that I make the cover of C10 America magazine. I'm building my C10 dream. The chrome shines under the lights. Do I lay it low or lift it high? Man, my C10 dream feels so right. From the garage to the show, rolling proud and clean, in hopes that one day I'll make the cover of C10 America magazine. A fresh coat of paint, that green candy apple glow, 20-inch wheels hitting every truck show. Crowd gathers round, cameras start to click. This ain't just a truck, it's my C10 America magazine dream. I'm building my C10 dream. The chrome shining under the lights. Do I lay it low or lift it high? Man, my C10 dream feels so right. From the garage to the show, rolling proud and clean, in hopes that one day I'll make the cover of C10 America magazine. From swamp meets to highways, every mile I roll, this C10 Chevy tells my story, every dent, every goal. I hope and I pray the editors are watching one day and put me on the cover of C10 America magazine. And they will realize this truck's more than metal to me. It's my C10 dream. I'm building my C10 dream. The chrome shines under the lights. Do I lay it low or lift it high? Man, this C10 dream feels so right. From the garage to the show, rolling proud and clean, in hopes that one day I'll make the cover of C10 America magazine. until that day my truck's gonna gleam. I will keep wrenching and chasing my C10 America magazine dream.
Hey guys, I forgot to tell everybody out there my new project. I'll be writing a book. I'm writing a book called The Grind. It's a story behind C10 America. It's what I went through to get right to this point. Get to 80,000 members in Facebook, and everything will be recalled right here in the book. It says the spark, the fear, the doubt, and the challenge. Written by me, Texas Rich. The story behind C10 America. So it will be a paperback book, and then we will have a download version on the website. If you want a regular book, you're gonna have to go. It won't be out for 6 months. I'm writing two paragraphs, a night, starting again, tonight. I didn't last night. I was beat, but tonight I got to write 2 more paragraphs. So, it goes, like that. Anyways, it will be a paperback, a downloadable version over on, the website. The regular book, we're teaming up with a company that is an on-demand company. We have to put, some money out to, establish, get the book, made. But it'll be available over on the publisher website to buy them. They'll ship them, out, all that. We come up with, the price, and then we give you a link, and you can go over there and get it. Me as an author, I'll be able to buy books at cost for me, and I'll probably end up buying maybe 100 or so books, myself. And, the ones that I buy, I'm going to take a Sharpie. I'm going to autograph, all 100 books, and give you guys a free sticker with the book and a little personalized, note to each and everybody that gets one of these books. This one would be a little more than just the regular book. So if you want a regular book without the autograph, without a sticker, without, that will be available over at the publisher. If you want the one signed, that'll be over on our site, where you can download the version, a download version. Anyways, we love you. Have a great day. Remember, today at 9 o'clock over in, the group on Facebook. We love you. Change somebody's life today. Smile at somebody. That would change, their life. I know it does for me, and it did for me. We love you. Stay classic, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Take care. Have a great day.